Hello, I'm Jeff Stanley, back again with 4 Hour Journey. Today I'm going to go over just a quick and easy meal prep for the 4 Hour Body. Today I just kind of wanted to go over and go through what I do for meal prep. One of the biggest things I've found to keep me in check and keep me going for a long time on a diet is meal prep. And the 4 Hour Body is probably the best diet I've found for myself. And I just kind of wanted to go through and go over a little bit of the basics of what I do to make this as easy as possible. What I've got here is just a bag of chicken. I do a lot of chicken for my meals. I also do fish. Today I'm just going to be concentrating on chicken. So I've gone to Costco. I try to buy everything in bulk just to keep the cost down. I've got a bag of chicken, which we're going to go ahead and throw in the hot water to kind of thaw it out a little bit before we put it in the pressure cooker. I've got broccoli, cauliflower rice. Okay, so I'm going to go over what I've got right here. I've got broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower rice. Refried beans are my preferred choice for beans for the 4 Hour Body. And then a few seasonings for the chicken. I've got chicken, which I grabbed from Costco. I've got garlic, sweet mesquite barbecue seasoning. I do a lot of different seasonings just to mix it up with the chicken that I add in. And then I'm also going to do a Dijon style chicken. Now normally I grab a bag of the chicken. I'll either bake all of it at once, or now that I've got the pressure cooker, this is probably the easiest and quickest way to do meal prep. I throw the chicken in here. It probably takes 16-17 minutes. It shreds apart very quick and easy. I'm also going to throw all the veggies in here too. So we're just going to go over and I'll show you exactly how I put everything together. Now the way that I'm doing this is with the pressure cooker, and I've literally thawed the chicken out and put everything inside of the pot. Now once I get the chicken in here, I just go ahead and kind of lightly season everything. Not a ton of it, because once you get this stuff going, the seasoning will actually go a long ways. Now the good thing with the 4 Hour Body is as long as you're following the diet, it says in the book that you don't need to measure or weigh or be too worried about eating the right foods. I actually do weigh my stuff out just because I go to the gym, I lift weights, so I'm trying to keep within a certain calorie count, keeping my macros at a certain point. But for this, just a regular 4 Hour Body, you can add in as many refried beans or just whatever bean you choose as much as you want. But for me, I add probably around 100 grams of refried beans, which is probably around 85 to 90 calories. And I throw everything into these Ziploc containers. These things are really nice for doing meal prep. They stack easy. You can throw them in the microwave, they freeze. Actually, this one was about 128 grams, so that's right at 100 calories for the carbs. And I just go ahead and put a good base all the way around. Another good option when you're in a pinch is the Costco rotisserie chicken, or rotisserie chicken from anywhere. Any grocery store has these at this point. They're maybe $5 or $6 and they will go a long way. So while this chicken was cooking in the pressure cooker, I went ahead and dismantled the rotisserie chicken, divvied it up probably about 1 serving per dish, so I got about 7 meals out of that. So $5 broken down into 7 meals, that's about 71 cents per meal for the rotisserie chicken. This chicken here is even lower. I'll have to go through and kind of figure out how many meals I get out of this one, and then we'll break it down by meal also. This thing is done. "17 minutes and this stuff just peels apart." Okay, so once that comes out, I just go through with the tongs and I just start breaking this up. I shred it down pretty thin, and then I'll go ahead and just add it into the Ziploc containers. But you can see 17 minutes. I mean, that pressure cooker, you can't beat that thing. Now for the vegetables, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the chicken broth basically that's left in there. I took out some of the water because the chicken, all the moisture came out of the chicken, left a lot more water in there than it needs to be. But with this stuff, I just throw the broccoli directly back into it. You can season it if you want to. I usually cut up the broccoli, but it falls apart so easily. 2 minutes in the pressure cooker, this will be nice and soft, and you can just scoop it out as you need. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of seasoning to the top of that. And then every once in a while, I'll add jalapenos and bell peppers also, just to get a little bit of a mix in there. Now another one of my favorites is cauliflower rice. Basically just buy a bag. You can shred it if you want. It's much easier just to get it in the bag. And I just start throwing it in here and then just kind of add whatever spices I like to it. I also do a cauliflower fried rice, and I'll add some carrots, peas, and an egg in there. I'll add a little bit of coconut oil, some salt and pepper, and then just any kind of seasoning or spice that you like in. Now when I add the vegetables, I actually don't weigh these just because the calorie count doesn't get up too high, and they're good calories. So I usually just add kind of whatever I want just to get a good sized meal out of it. Another go-to favorite of mine is Frank's Red Hot. I usually split up the chicken into 2 different bowls. I'll leave this one, just the basic seasoning, whatever I threw in there. And this one, I'll just go ahead and add Frank's Red Hot just to get a buffalo chicken meal. The nice thing about Frank's Red Hot is it's 0 sugar and 0 calories, so it's actually a great complement to the 4-hour body. Two minutes on the broccoli and it's nice and soft. And then I'm going to go ahead and add these. I've got a couple meals here that are nothing but chicken and vegetables. My wife likes those, so I usually try to make a few of them for her as well. And then I've got my basic ones with refried beans that'll be for me in the slow carb diet. Sprouts have come out. For these, I usually do some bacon. I was out, so I didn't add any today. Any kind of spice that you want, some garlic, and then once they come out, I toss it with balsamic vinegar and usually some jalapeno juice. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I started at 4 o'clock, it's now 6 o'clock. I could have done it a little bit quicker, but the vegetables, well actually 3 different sets of vegetables and the chicken, I used the pressure cooker 3 separate times. So if I could have done the vegetables along with the chicken, I probably could have done this in an hour, hour and a half. But 2 hours total, 22 total meals. Cost breakdown, these actually all came down to around, I'd say probably approximately $1.60 to $1.65 per meal, give or take a few depending on the vegetables and the spices and seasonings that you use. But that's not bad at all, and I've got enough meals here to last me probably for about the next 2 weeks. The first time I did this diet, I lost 160 pounds. I'm back up a little bit, so now I'm back on the diet, very strict, or this is the start of it again. I've got to go back down probably about 30, maybe 40 pounds, depending on what kind of where I want to get to as far as like lifting and everything. But definitely 30, so I'm back on this. Follow along, I'm going to be posting a lot more update videos. I've got another one coming out along with this one. If I missed anything, please send a question my way, ask me and I'll try to cover it in the next one. But please subscribe below and let me know what you think.